Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are all well and everything in your worlds are going beautifully. Now, today I am asking for immediate guidance, a time-sensitive message, something you really do need to know about right now. And I will potentially draw cards for the week ahead if it seems appropriate as well for the next 7 days. I have a real sense of kind of like as if this will be quite an important week for many people, like a turning point. At the time of doing this reading, we are approaching the solstice. This will be the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice if you are in, the winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere, the summer solstice if you're in the northern hemisphere. Let me get all that right. Wherever I am in the northern hemisphere, so I have the summer solstice. This is a big turning point. It's a massive window, and certainly in the time I've been kind of studying native traditions and Celtic traditions and the medicine wheel and well, just all the stuff that I do and love, the window at the solstices is often, there's often quite a big wall that we face and have to climb over. Sometimes it's a climbing over, sometimes we're being shown something that's really big, sometimes it's challenged, sometimes it's not so challenging but it's still a massive change. There's just the energy of a huge shift around at this time. So as we are in the approach to the solstice, I am wondering whether I'm picking up on something of that energy. Anyway, enough said. We will be asking for an immediate time-sensitive message today for you. We have 3 cards to choose from, 3 runes, 3 charms. So, pile 1, your card is Celestial Rose of Ma. This is your card. You have the rune of Algiz. This is the rune of protection, sometimes known as the rune of protection. And also you have a little, let me put those together actually, you have a little yin yang symbol here on your charm. So that is pile 1. Pile 2, you have From Nothing to Everything. And this is your card. I should say that's also card number 16. This was card number 10. So card number 16, if the number is important to you. Card number 16, and you have the rune of Suelo, wholeness, and also the coat hanger. Okay. Now, pile 3, we have the Blessing of Zara. This is card number 39. And you have the rune of Rado, Journey. You also have an owl, very wise, quite a cat looking owl, interestingly enough, I feel. Has quite a cat's ears, but it is an owl sitting on a branch. So that is for pile 3. So beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Moon Magic Tarot community. You guys are amazing and inspirational, truly. I read your comments. You are just extraordinary people. You really are. It is such an honor to be connected with you and such a blessing. So thank you. Thank you so much for your support and your kindness of me, your support of one another. Really, truly, you are amazing. So these are the piles. I am going to leave the video running just for a few moments longer, as I always do, just to give you a little bit more time. Tune in with whichever card, rune, charm, or all that are speaking to you and calling to you. And if there's more than one, it may be that there's more than one message coming through for you this week. I always post these readings every Sunday, really to get immediate guidance and to help us to navigate ultimately, at the time of doing this reading, I know they're timeless readings, but you know, at this moment in time, such profound times of change and transition, just huge. So beautiful souls, I will see you in a moment in the readings. I'll put the timestamps in the description box and I'll put them in a comment as well. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Beautiful souls, you have card number 10, the Celestial Rose of Ma. Interestingly, Aries is also rune number 10. So just want to tune in with that, because there may be, number 10 may be of significance. We may be talking about 10 days from now, or the number 10 may be significant to you personally. You may have tried something 10 times. But 10 may be relevant. Now, Celestial Rose of Ma. I'm also actually hearing 10 is made up of the number 1 and the 0. 0 in the card, in the major arcana, is the card of the Fool. It's a new beginning. Number 1, the card of alchemy. It's making things happen. Okay. This is really, really interesting. I just feel there is a very powerful energy around you of possibly letting go of something, but basically a gift being offered to you. What the Celestial Rose of Ma says is that literally you are to be offered a gift that is so much bigger, better, more amazing than you could possibly ever have dreamed of. What it sometimes acknowledges is that you have to let go of something in order to receive. But it is suggesting a gift is coming to you. I think a perfect match with the yin-yang here. Aries, the rune of protection, doing what is right. Let's draw some more oracle cards for you first. See what we're shown. May we have guidance and an immediate message. Lost and found. What was lost, or what was once lost, is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us to find things we never even realised were lost. Okay, so this is finding something of yourself, finding something, renewing something, something coming to you. The Celestial Rose of Ma is an interesting passage, really. It's these are Rumi cards, and it speaks of the fact that we all have a thorn. You know, symbolically, we all have a thorn, and that the rose is covered in thorns. And, you know, if you are too hasty in trying to pick the rose, you're going to get pricked by the thorns. So the thorns offer a protection. They make sure that only the purest and the people with the right action, the right approach, can actually get to have and to hold that rose, because we have to approach it carefully. The rune of protection, interesting, isn't it? Because the thorns are a protection. They make sure only the best can get through. This speaks of right action, doing something properly, the right way. What was once lost is about to be found. Wow, I am mega intrigued by what is coming through in your reading. Grey Squirrel, find new ways of solving problems. Archangel Raphael. Okay. We have 8th house mystery. Okay. I actually feel you need to let go of how to make something happen. I think you're working overtime to fix a problem, or working overtime to overcome something, like a thorn. If there's a thorn in your side at the moment, you're working overtime to try and work out how to fix it, how to sort it, what to do. And your reading and your message is really clear. Surrender. Surrender to the mystery and trust that it will kind of unfold and be reborn. The answer will come to you, literally be gifted to you. If you're trying to manifest something and it's really evading you, surrender, and it's going to just be found. It will arrive. Let's draw some tarot cards. I have 2 packs, and actually I'm going to use the other. This is the Wildwood Tarot. I will put all the cards in the description box below. This is a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. And this one. Right, what are we shown here? We have King of Stones, Wolf. We have 7 of Vessels, Mourning. We have 4 of arrows, rest. We have the green man, beautiful. 5 of stones, endurance, and page of vessels, otter. Okay, right, your immediate message is very clear. An answer, a solution is to be gifted to you. It's going to come. Something that you, honestly, I feel like you've worked overtime to try and either manifest something or to try and fathom out a way to make this work, or to pull it together, or to bring it back into balance, or to make it happen. You really have worked hard at this, and actually your reading is really clear. Your message, your immediate message is saying stop. Stop trying to make it happen. Stop trying to anticipate how to make it happen. Let it unfold. Take some time out, actually, because this is becoming an endurance test. This is becoming a point where you're going to burn out. And also, I think you're possibly working overtime almost on your own, within your own mind, a bit of a lone wolf. It's like you've taken it upon yourself to achieve this, or to manifest it, or to find the solution or the answer, whatever this is for you. Now, this is going to actually emerge because a gift is to be given to you. What you're needing to let go of is any preconception as to what the solution is, or what the answer is, or how it might happen. Let go of it completely. Surrender to the great mystery. Trust that in this sort of transformational energy that is around us at the moment, especially with this big turning point of the solstices, which is the end of one phase and the beginning of the new, of the natural cycles of the world. A transformation will come. It's more, I say more likely, I think it will come when you rest. It will come when you stop. This is one of those scenarios where trying really hard to make something happen actually creates an energetic push. It's like every force is met with an equal force, and it's almost as though you're creating it inadvertently. Let go of any need to know how this is going to work out. I know that's really difficult, really, really hard, and sort of allow the natural world to kind of manifest for you. I think this really has been an endurance test. You've been waiting for something, or enduring something, or putting up with something, or trying to fathom out how to move it forwards, trying to work out what to do next. And your reading is saying stop, surrender. I think there is also genuinely emotion around the fact that this has felt like an endurance test. I think some of you need to stop and, do you know, almost like have a good cry. You know how sometimes you don't realise how pent up you are because you've been trying so damned hard, and you almost don't allow yourself those feelings, but those feelings then become like a bit of a force within you that is blocking you from receiving. There needs to be a release here. A mourning for the fact that it's taken so long, or that it you know, stuff has just been really quite tough to get to the point where you are. The moment you relax and play, surrender to the flow, I think that's when the gift will come. I'm going to draw cards and find out a little bit about this week, but I also want some clarification around this gift. Maybe get some clarification around this gift, please. May we have information, clarification. We have the fault line. Okay, so it will literally come. I almost want to say a bit like a bolt of lightning, you know, like the ground will open up. Something will change here. Something quite big, like an earthquake. This is suggesting to me a really big shift and a change is coming. But I mean, I think I got the gravity of that already, if I'm honest. I feel like this is something that you have really tried to either fix or to manifest. It's going to break open. We have additional information about how it may come in rather an unexpected way. And look at this, the Father as well. How fascinating. The Father, a bit like the energy of the Emperor. You know, I mean, what I'm seeing is we're moving from one state of being to another with the fault line. Something is literally going to shift. The energy is going to break open. The solution or the answer or the something will arrive. It's going to be gifted to you. Things will be brought back into balance. This is showing harvest here. Something coming into being. Let's draw one more card for further guidance and information about this. Clarification about the way the gift will arrive. The Mask. Okay. I'm very fascinated by the fact that all three of these cards feel as though they're black and white in colour, except for the fault line where something breaks open. Black and white in colour, the Mask. I think what this card is reinforcing, pile one, my beautiful souls, is the ownership of how you really feel about how long this has taken, or that it's taken its toll on you, that you've worked so hard. And I think there is a lot of pent-up emotion that needs releasing, and the moment you stop and release this, just let it go, it's as if then the energy shift can occur and you can move into a space of flow where something can be brought to you, gifted to you. Let's now draw cards for the coming week. May we have guidance and information as to how the actual week pans out. So we have the Three of Pentacles. This is someone offering you something here. Card of success. Okay. We have the Death card, looking at this skull here. Transformation, new beginnings. Right, I think this is literally imminent. We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Fabulous. Okay, partnership. The Queen of Wands. This is absolutely wonderful. Creativity, leadership, focus. Right, my beautiful souls, I think literally this week things are going to break open. The gift you need will arrive. In many ways, it's really important for you to slow down, relax, release, so that you can receive it, actually, when it comes. You need to be available to receive. But I think, I mean, this is the most auspicious card. It's so beautiful. It promises a gift of something that will raise you into a space of such joy, of such happiness, of such peace. It's the gift of, you know, the love that makes you feel so lifted, so amazing. It's bigger, it's better than anything you could have imagined. So whatever comes your way, I'm seeing a massive shift in a circumstance for you. Whatever that is for you, pile one. This is a general reading, so I'm not going to ask about the details, but actually it is really clear to me that this is, what's important here is that this is something that you have worked so hard to manifest, or been working so hard to fix or to solve or to navigate. It's been an endurance test. I think the breakthrough point is coming. It looks to me to be imminent. So don't try to fix anything or force anything. Just slow down, release your emotions, release everything you feel within you that connects to the hardship or the lack or anything connected to your current situation. Release the emotions, let them flow, and then open yourself to receive. From what I can see, this is very, very imminent. Pile one, this is your reading for this week, beautiful souls. I am absolutely rooting for you, and I feel very grateful to your spirit team for bringing such clear information, because I'm really hearing you have done everything you could possibly do. You don't need to do any more. It's as if you have been heard and recognized, and now you need to sit back, release the emotions attached to this struggle, this endurance test, and just allow yourself therefore to be completely open and available to receive the gift of something that will transform and bring about that new beginning that you desire, or the actual something, the solution, the opportunity, whatever it is for you, my beautiful souls. Pile 1, I am sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading as soon as I upload them, subscribe and press the little bell icon. And beautiful souls, thank you so much, all of you who comment, and also all of you who give back through the super thanks within the comments. And thank you all of you who are also on Patreon and in the membership area here on YouTube. I will be doing some additional readings for you very soon, so watch this space. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Tons of love. Have an amazing week. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. And wow, these readings really do seem to be embracing the kind of transitional energy at the time as we approach the solstices. Though of course these are timeless. If you're watching this in 6 months' time, the energy of transition will be around you, that's for sure. Certainly what we're seeing in pile 1, and we're certainly seeing it in your cards and your card and your rune already. From nothing to everything, card number 16. Suelo, the rune of wholeness. This is like that there's only one way to go. There's only one path to follow. It is the pathway of your wholeness, your greatest, best, amazing, most brilliant version of you. I was really hearing like a place to call home, or where do you want to hang your coat, when this came out, this little charm actually. I feel as though with you that there is almost a massive, I feel a bit like you're leaping into the void of the unknown. And that can be quite scary, actually. But almost as though there is, I mean, this card literally says there is something, it's very much about letting go of something. And just knowing and trusting. It's like letting go of a lover so a true love can be found, or letting go of a job so the right job will come to you. In fact, actually, I might just read something from this book. I haven't read from all of it. I don't always read from the books, but actually this is just quite beautiful. Just 16, look, here we are. From nothing to everything. Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. This is from Rumi. Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside, even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then, perhaps, you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic, demanding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. There's this massive letting go of something, letting go of a perception of something, or an attitude, or an actual something, or an actual somebody, or a circumstance. But in the letting go of it, you find where to be, or even just how to be. This is a massive shedding, releasing. Let's draw more cards. I mean, what is the key message coming through for my beautiful pile 2? Okay, that's too many. What is the key message for pile 2, please? We have new beginnings. Oh, how beautiful is that? The fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby, or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So something is arriving. Wow, I do feel there's this sort of sense of dreams happening, you know, making a coat to hang upon that hanger. From nothing to everything, it's huge. we have grey squirrel. This came out in pile 1. How interesting. If you were drawn to pile 1, you may well find that it has a message for you. Find new ways of solving problems. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is a healer. He brings healing to situations. What else do we have here? Venus, beloved. Okay. Now, in matters of the heart, beautiful souls, if any of you are either feeling unsatisfied or unhappy, or as if you are in a situation that is not giving as much, you're not receiving as much as you're giving, or you are in a space of feeling brokenhearted, or you have felt hurt, damaged by a circumstance, a situation, or a person, this is a heart-centered reading, and you are being invited to leap into the void of newness and heal and be gifted whatever it is that will make you shine. There is a different way for you to receive something, or a different route. This is very much about letting go of something in order to receive. Let's draw tarot cards for you. Seeing this one. 2 of Arrows, Injustice. Okay. Yeah, something has not been balanced, or someone has actually treated you badly. For some of you, I'm actually hearing maybe more than one scenario. You could have been targeted, bullied. Page of Vessels, Otter. This also came out in pile 1. Curiously enough, what else do we have? Let's just draw your cards first. 9 of Arrows, Dedication. 16, number 16 again, the Blasted Oak. 5 of Arrows, we have, this is the Tower in a traditional pack. 5 of Arrows, Frustration. Ace of Stones, the Foundation of Life. Okay, fabulous. Right, let's check in on these cards now. What I'm going to say is that for some of you, there could be something currently going on around you that you're having to fundamentally, physically let go of, or move away from, or release. Cleanse, release. I actually think the larger message here is actually, I think there's been potentially something in the past, or even a series of things in the past that haven't been okay. So you may have experienced an injustice in the past. I feel with the Page of Vessels here, Otter, that you have actually moved away from something. I think you've separated from it. Something that literally kind of left you feeling broken-hearted. It could have been the ending of a relationship. It could have been the loss of someone. It could have been the loss of faith in something. Or the behaviour of people left you feeling as though, how could you trust people again? Or trust circumstances? Or trust even source, spirit? Perhaps some of you, your faith has been tested. But this is a heart-centered reading. You've come away from something already. You're not in it anymore. You're not in the thick of it. I'm not saying it's not around you, but I do think you have, I think you have literally at least stepped back from it. Even if it is going on around you, you have stepped back from it to some extent. Perhaps the weeding and the pruning. Perhaps you've done a lot of weeding and pruning with people in your world who, you know, you've had to get very discerning about people. I do feel that there's been possibly more than one circumstance that has taxed you or challenged you or caused you to feel hurt or wounded or unhappy. With the 9 of Arrows, I think you have genuinely been very dedicated at trying to navigate things in the right way, actually, and I really want to honour you. I feel you are being honoured here, But yeah, there's been a lot of frustration, I think, as well. I think when you've done the right thing and the outcome hasn't necessarily gone the way you'd want it to, you know, when you kind of behave really well and someone behaves badly, but the person who behaves badly seems to come off in a better position, and you think, well, what is that about? That's not what I was, you know, taught. That's not what I believe should happen. There's something of that energy around you. But this is a point of change here. I feel that your frustrations are about to be not exactly rewarded. What I actually feel you're being asked to do is to let go, if I'm truly honest, of any sense of frustration. Let go of any outcome to those scenarios that have already happened. You can't change the past. I feel that you're being offered a new foundation. And I just feel that it's like there's a massive cleansing and a massive clearing that needs to take place in order for you to then embrace the new beginning. You may have an idea at the moment, but be fearful of embracing it in case it goes wrong, because previously things have gone wrong. If there is a someone entering your world, you may be fearful of picking up that new relationship and running with it for fear of it going wrong because you've been broken-hearted before. There is something around you here, a cherished idea. New beginnings heralds joy or news of a new baby. The baby could be a project, it could be an idea, it could be a someone. There's something new, and it's going to be amazing. This is a place to hang your coat. This is the place where you can feel whole, feel like you belong. It's a good fit for you. And it's going to be solid. I feel it will stand the test of time, that it's loaded with potential. If it's not right in front of you, it's going to be. What you're needing to let go of is any connection to the disappointment and the frustration and the harshness of previous experiences. That's not easy, and this is exactly the kind of thing that I was talking about. If you tuned into the bit at the beginning where I was talking a little bit with the cards, you know, the solstices, which is the time frame. We're coming up to the solstices as I do these readings. The solstices are that turning point. They are that point of turn when the earth herself pauses for breath, and we very often face like a wall that we have to climb over, or something we have to let go of in order to be unencumbered to move forwards. So these readings are really in alignment with the energy. I think for you, pile 2, it's letting go of any connection to stuff that hasn't worked and firmly opening yourself to receive. It's like taking that bold leap into the unknown, being that blank page. May we gather some more information, please. May we have more information about this, about what is coming, perhaps, or as you can see, there's a letting go, a grieving. What is coming in for pile 2, please? Okay, so we have Kairos. Okay, where shall I place this? Here, I think. We have Kairos. We have the Sword. We have the Temple. And we have the Poet. Okay, so Kairos, the Sword, the Temple. Okay. Curiously enough, my beautiful souls, with this sort of letting go, this cleansing, this releasing, I actually feel you're going to be shown something really clearly, actually, as to, and it could literally be, you get an idea, that spark of an idea, and you think, oh wow, you know, this is amazing. So maybe if you've been ruminating over some past hurt, some past difficulty, and it's taking up your headspace, taking up that airplay, and suddenly you let it all go, you release it, and you're just sitting there, you're being still, and bingo, this incredible idea pops into your mind, and it's a gift. Or it could be the words to literally a poem, or suddenly an idea for a book, or there's something that comes to you in this magical way, like a spiritual download that really can arrive, but it arrives because you are in a space where you can receive. As long as you're still bound in the thinking of disappointment and the thinking of what hasn't worked and the thinking of the stuff that left you feeling hurt and wounded, there isn't room within you to create that channel, to be offered that download. Kairos really is an energy of sort of like when time stands still. And I almost feel this is it. It's this point of acceptance that you can't change the past, so you will no longer choose to buy into it in any way, shape or form. And at that moment, it is as if the gateways to heaven open for you, and channels of communication, of love, are there to help you to be so clear, to bring to light the next stage of your journey, the next idea, the next love, the next something arriving. A place where you can feel right with yourself and right with others, right in your situation, a place where you can feel like you belong. From nothing to everything, literally in the blink of an eye. A blink of an eye coming through with this eye of Kairos here. Let's ask for information about the week. Can we get any guidance about this week? How might things emerge and evolve? You have the World. Okay. You have the Empress, a card of abundance. You have the Eight of Swords, that feeling of being trapped, and then you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Maybe this week, my beautiful souls, you do actually face something as well. From nothing to everything. It is that sort of, gosh, I've been weeding, I've been pruning, I've been cleansing. At what point will it ever end? It really is that sort of facing your fears in some way, shape or form. And it's almost as though the moment you just accept that there are certain things you haven't been able to change, the moment you face those fears and release them, release any attachment to the outcome, it is as if the solution comes to you. Facing the fact that you have felt hurt, trapped, there's been an injustice, something wasn't fair, it wasn't okay. And you did everything you could, by the way, that's really coming through really clearly. You've done everything you could. I feel this is the time when you are honoured and you can now receive some sort of a reward for the fact that you really, really, really did, you know, in a dedicated way, try and handle, you've handled everything that was thrown at you. I think you have genuinely left something behind, or it's left you, but there's a residue of it with you, and it's letting go of that. And the moment you let go of it, you see, I think this is the point of completion, where there is reward, there is success coming to you. It is as if Source Spirit, the universe, says, do you know what, you did amazingly, beautiful beloved soul. It's time for a new beginning. Let go of the past and we will give you this opportunity for a new beginning. And it's going to make your heart sing, like the words of a poem that sing to your soul. I'm going to read that Rumi poem just once more, actually. Just for this card, 16. Where are we? From nothing to everything, just this bit. Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. I think that is such a clear message. I feel the transition and the energy of this is around you. Obviously, you have free will and choice, conscious free will and choice. The guidance coming through is to really let go. Let go. Don't hold on to any angst, resentment, unhappiness about what's happened. Just accept it's been done, been there, done there, bought the t-shirt. Time to open yourself into a space of what you really want. I do feel there's an element of facing your fears here, where you lean into as well that space with the sword, I think, of saying, it would be like if you were brokenhearted, you know, let's say a relationship didn't work out, lean into that space where you say, do you know what, the one thing I really want is true love. And you feel all of the hurt, but you kind of let it go as well. It's like you're embracing it in order to face it. And in facing it, the new can come in. So those fears, there's some element here of facing your fears, acknowledging your fears, whilst, because we can't actually release something unless we can acknowledge it in its fullest. The moment we acknowledge something, we can choose then not to continue to buy into it. And then I think, you know, the truth, the strength, the ambitions, I mean, everything can then sort of come to you because you have, I mean, it's fascinating, isn't it? We've got two cards here, the World and the Queen of Swords, which are such strong energies. It's almost like you can sit in a place of reverence for yourself, because you have come through something. I mean, you've really had to, I think you really have had to face quite a lot of challenge. You really have, injustices, things that aren't okay. But wow, I feel this is a week when it's like, you know, you literally, the result comes. So amazing. It feels liberating, actually. That's what I'm seeing here. From nothing to everything. Literally, you could be ecstatic with joy over whatever it is that can arrive, but there's got to be a fear that you face first and release, and then suddenly it's like the whole world just opens for you, the path you must follow. Wow, pile 1 and pile 2 have really had a transformational energy within them, actually. Really fascinating readings this week, beautiful souls. And this is your reading. It'll be fascinating to see what shows up in pile 3. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Moon Magic Tarot community. You guys are amazing. I do feel there's a fear to be faced here. It's almost one of those what ifs. I always think when we get into the what if thinking, the what ifs are, of course, actually rooted in the past. It's like, what if this goes wrong? What if that happens? Well, that's rooted in experiences of the past where something didn't work out. So it's like releasing all these fears. And the moment you release, literally, abundance, joy, fertility can land and arrive. Looking at you, being so grateful. The world will open up for you, my beautiful souls. Pile 2, wow, what exciting times. Not always easy by any means, but nevertheless really exciting times. I feel you guys are truly on that pathway of the spiritual warrior, all that weeding, pruning, cutting back, learning lessons, cleansing. I mean, wow, how amazing you are. This feels like a week when the universe wishes to give back to you, to honor your endurance, your dedication, but you've also got to face the fears that might block you from receiving. Pile 2, tons of love. Don't forget, if you want to receive every reading or know about every reading as soon as I upload them, subscribe and press the little bell icon. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, and obviously for subscribing. All of these things really help the channel. Thank you to those of you who comment. It is amazing to hear of your stories and the way you support me, your love and support of me. Thank you. And your love and support of one another. Thank you also for that. You are beautiful, amazing souls. Tons of love, pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the blessing of Zara. I am loving the way that this card, I have these beautiful amethyst point crystals here around my candle today, and it's like they are pointing and bringing in the light here into your card. I mean, just the moment I placed it here, I thought, wow, that's just sitting in the most extraordinary way, like this energy flooding in. Amethyst is a master healer as a crystal, that's what it's known as. And I mean, the colours are just remarkable. So you have Rado, the rune of joy, journey. Card number 39, if that is relevant to some of you. The blessing of Zara actually speaks of you needing to have, you need something that's better. It's almost like if you were, I don't know, if you're hungry or you're starving and you're eating fast food just to kind of, because it's convenient and it's immediate, but it's not really satisfying you. In fact, it's undermining your kind of physical well-being. There's something that you are having that this card is saying you need something that is better, more healthy, more wholesome. If you're struggling with any kind of health issue, this suggests that there is an imminent healing coming to you, which is interesting with these amethyst crystals coming in, because they are, as I said, a master healer. The journey, Rado. This is a journey that sometimes it can speak of a real journey. I mean, maybe some of you are going to take a break and it's just the break you need to heal. Or maybe even to see something, but sometimes this speaks of journeying within and removing the blocks within ourselves that stop us from flourishing, from thriving. Perhaps you are needing with the owl to see something more clearly. Let's draw cards. May we ask for immediate guidance, an immediate message for pile 3, please. May we ask for a message for pile 3 that they need to hear right now. Something that is important. Magical gateway. Okay, now you are the only reading where 3 cards have come out, and I feel that they should all be seen, so let's just go with it. But isn't that interesting? This is saying that you need something more, and you are the first pile to draw 3 cards. It's like you need more. So magical gateway, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Manifestation, be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on a piece of paper. Manifestation step 1. Okay, so this is like writing a list. Manifestation step 1. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay, your reading is all about actually being unbelievably mindful about the way in which you are treating your body temple and what you actually want, and whether you are acting in accordance and in alignment with what you want to manifest, and having the courage to actually step into exactly that. I mean, if you've been going through a phase of sort of, I don't know, binge eating, having the courage to acknowledge that and really making a choice not to do it anymore. Yes, in moderation, but not in excess. There's something very powerful here about a change occurring for you. An opportunity for you to make a very conscious choice, like writing a list and making those changes and then literally taking them. Making a clear decision for your own health and your own well-being. My beautiful pile 3. Ladybird, accept happiness and good fortune. Archangel Preminilik. Look at that beautiful spiral. And the ladybirds here. Okay, beautiful energy coming in here. What else are we shown for my beautiful pile 3? We have Chiron healing. Wow. Wow, you just couldn't write it, could you? My beautiful souls, this reading is really asking you to make a very clear choice and a very clear decision to take charge of your own well-being and your own healing. To let go of something in moderation, to see very clearly anything that you are currently doing that isn't in alignment with your own personal highest good and your own personal well-being. And we all do it, don't we? I'm absolutely guilty of, if I'm working really, really, really hard and I'm tired, and I'll start to eat sort of maybe some like ready-made food, and it is really true that I start to feel pretty shit fairly quickly if I eat that kind of stuff for several days. So there's something about really honouring your own well-being. being aware of how much coffee you drink, how much caffeine you have. 7 of Arrows, insecurity. Okay, also then I'm going to say clearing away, being aware of what you think. Blessing of Zara does actually speak of the patterns within our minds, the thinking patterns, being very aware of any insecurities that actually feed those sort of negative habits. I mean, anything, any kind of addiction or, you know, comfort eating, it's very often coming. We're compensating for insecurities. You have 6 of Bows, abundance. Wow. You have the Mirror. Yeah, you're being asked to really clearly take charge of your own well-being. I actually think, and this is a bold statement to make, but I actually feel that what we're being shown here in one of your primary messages is that you actually can manifest something you really, really want. Okay, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. I do think this is a time to really embrace life at its fullest, at its best, and make a conscious choice to do so, and not buy into anything that holds you back or limits your energy or stops you, any compensatory behavior, any compensatory thinking patterns. It's like looking yourself square in the mirror, which is actually very much what the solstice energy is about. I said right at the start, at the beginning of the reading, sometimes there's a wall that we need to climb over. In many ways, you know, that means facing something in ourselves. And these readings are very much in alignment with this massive shift, this massive transition as we approach the solstice this week, or the solstices, depending on where you are. May we have another card, please? Okay, 9 of Bows, respect. 2 of Arrows, injustice. This is interesting. I want to say self-respect is really important here, actually. Even if you feel that you have been misjudged or treated badly. Self-respect, looking after yourself, facing yourself, saying, do you know what? Even though I'm really down and I've been treated badly by somebody, I'm not going to let that get to me to the point where I kind of don't look after me. This is all about looking after yourself big time, healing yourself, choosing to go on that journey, really embracing this. And I believe your spirit team are absolutely walking with you, aligning with you to assist you in healing. Let's draw some more cards. Maybe ask for additional guidance, perhaps advice and guidance as to how pile 3 might be looking after themselves, please. We have the Warrior. Okay, so it's very interesting. And we have the Medallion. How interesting. Look at the, with this ram's skull here, we've got this gold disc here, and we have this here, and we have the rainbow bridge of healing here, and the snake of transformation. Okay, what they're saying here, yeah, the empty room. What I think your spirit team are really saying to you here, pile 3, is if you make a real personal commitment to your healing, to your manifestation, to being in charge of what you can be in charge of. You're not in charge of anyone else. You can't be in charge of anybody else's behaviors, anybody else's attitudes. You can't be in charge of external circumstances around you, but you are in charge of what you do in response. If you go to work and you're having a rough time at work, maybe there's a colleague or a manager that's difficult, and you come home and you just think, you know what, I'm just gonna, open another box of chocolates and have a glass of wine. Well, that's not healthy for you right now. You are needing to really, in moderation, but there's always that danger, isn't it? If you open a box of chocolates and you think you'll just eat one, but will you just eat one? How many are going to sneak in, and it happens, we all do it. I think it's just such a human thing. You're being asked to really step up. Bravery, being honest, looking and facing yourself, actually, here. Looking in the mirror and saying, I can't change that, but I can change how I think. I can change what I do. I'm in charge of me. It's like really embracing this, the journey of the spiritual warrior, the attitude of the warrior. And I feel like the moment you own it, you'll be gifted with something here. It's like we've got this fairy of manifestation waving her magic wand. But you're not in a position to receive that incredible healing and all that comes with it, the abundance that comes with it, as long as you're still perhaps, you know, engaged in something that is not really working for you. And that could even just be, I say just be a thinking pattern. Our thoughts are pretty big, you know, they're often in the way of us moving forwards. You know, in a way, you're needing to literally empty yourself of anything that doesn't honor you. Think of your body as a temple, a blank canvas. You know, what colors do you want to paint it with? When you talk to yourself, are you kind? Or do you give yourself a hard time? Do you berate yourself? Do you put yourself under pressure? Or are you kind, gentle? Do you honor yourself? The moment you step into that mindset of the spiritual warrior, this is a really strong reading, I've got to say. The moment you step into that mindset, I think you will receive, you'll be gifted. And I think that's wonderful, because it's a bit like if you were dieting, for example. Sometimes people go all out as well, don't they? They think, right, I'm in that space of the warrior energy. I'm gonna set my intention. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna do it. And you feel really positive and you feel really great. And then you get to the end of the second day or the third day, and actually you are exhausted and you're starving because you haven't actually been looking after yourself terribly well, even though you've sort of been trying to, but you've gone on a starvation diet. It just doesn't work. It's out of balance. Moderation, little at a time, because actually if you starve yourself, you'll then suddenly find you're exhausted and so hungry that you'll ravenously eat everything, and then it's like it's so soul destroying, because we just start again, you know. And so this is really encouraging you and saying you're going to see rewards very quickly. We're in a time of profound accelerated change and transition, which means the energy is ripe for us to create change for ourselves if we wish. And this is about you honoring you, respecting you, being proud of yourself, not giving yourself in any way a hard time. And then actually, as you hold your course in moderation, you will receive every gift you need. You will, the abundance you need. I think you're basically going to see results quickly. That's what we're being shown here. Let's get the heads up for the week ahead. The messages are very clear, my beautiful pile 3. Let's get the heads up for the week ahead. We have the 2 of Pentacles, beautiful, balanced. Again, you're being advised, approach your world with balance and harmony. Okay, 3 of Wands. If you are approaching your world with balance and harmony, I think that you will see what you need to see. You'll be shown the way. Now, this is a card of adventure, of good luck, of good things coming together. So if you're a workaholic, for example, and you are just not cutting yourself any slack, and then that causes you to, I don't know, eat unhealthily, for example, however you look at it, or you're just a workaholic and that's unhealthy, maybe someone will invite you out, and normally you just stayed late at work and carried on working. Well, if they invite you out, finish work, put it down, close the door, walk away and go and have some fun. Bring yourself back into balance, moderation. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. This is a week where you are really being encouraged to embrace balance and harmony, and you're going to receive the rewards for doing it, okay? Which is fabulous. I think that is too many. Let me pop these back in. Yeah, I feel you will receive the rewards for actually approaching your life in a really balanced way this week. We have the Four of Pentacles. How fascinating that we're still looking at balance here. Stability. Wonderful. I always think with the fours, the energy of the number 4 anyway, it's like stable as a table. Everything begins to get solid, more steady. The more you, the more you are balanced. I think this week, if you approach your world in every possible way in a balanced manner, I think you're going to begin to build quite a solid foundation, actually, with the Four of Pentacles here. So whereas you might have, I'll use the example of dieting, whereas you might have dieted in a way that didn't really work before, you fluctuated, you were swinging from one extreme to the other. I think if you approach it in a balanced way, you may not get massive weight loss, but you'll see weight loss, and it will be significant enough for you to sort of feel like you're on track, to feel solid about it, to feel encouraged. If you're trying to maintain healthy eating, you'll begin to feel good. You'll get the reward, and because you feel good, it gives you the strength of your convictions to continue to persevere, because you're seeing results, basically. I think that's what we're being shown. If you maintain this week from a point of good balance, what you will find is that you begin to feel the results and see the results of your actions in a really positive way. Wow, we have the transformation card of death and rebirth. I think it will bring about a significant turning point where you're moving forwards in a balanced way and opening yourself to receive abundance in a good way, whatever abundance will mean for you, to see results, basically. I think you're going to see enough results to really to feel a massive shift within you, like you've turned a corner. You know, when you're battling with something, or again, like your headspace, if you've got thinking patterns that are negative, really putting them down, holding yourself in balance, not criticizing yourself for those thinking patterns, but just cutting yourself some slack, but putting them down, resetting yourself in balance, being kind to yourself. And by the end of the week, you suddenly realize you're not thinking about those things anymore. It's like you're beginning to develop a much stronger position where your mind doesn't automatically wander into that territory. Basically, everything in your reading is saying that you could turn a corner here, okay, this week, if you approach it in a balanced way. Wow. Pile 3, this is your reading for this week. Very significant guidance, a very powerful time of shift and transition. If you're coming to this reading at the time of my posting it, we are approaching that big doorway of the solstices. If you're coming to this reading at any other time, I am guessing that there will be significant transition and shift around you. All of these readings have been really resonant with that kind of transformational energy. Beautiful souls, I am sending you so much love. If this is resonating with you, do please subscribe, press the little bell icon, and that way you should never miss a reading and get them as soon as I post. Beautiful souls, I post these every Sunday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Moon Magic Tarot journey. If you've enjoyed the reading, do please give me the thumbs up. Liking and sharing really does help to support the channel. And thank you so much for all of you who are so supportive of me. It really does help me to stay on track as well. So thank you. And thank you for the support you also give one another. You really are inspirational, and it's an honor and a privilege to read for you. Pile 3, tons and tons of love. I look forward to seeing you for some other readings again really, really soon.